Hello, my beautiful friend. Welcome to Ailia Tarot. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being a part of this lovely community and welcome back. My name is Ailia and I am honored to do your reading today. If you found this reading, there is probably a message here for you, as these are all timeless readings. If you find yourself resonating with anything in this reading, please kindly like this video, as it would truly help this channel grow. And if you are enjoying our relaxing time together, consider subscribing and being a beautiful facet of this crystalline community. All right, let's dive into this river of divine energy. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and the unified love of the cosmic consciousness. Thank you for helping me see and speak clearly and truthfully the message that is meant to reach this beautiful soul today. Now, it is raining where I'm at, and it might potentially storm as well, so you might hear some of that happening throughout the reading. I hope it doesn't interfere with your audio too much. Ooh, okay. Where do I feel like starting? Let's start with the Animal Apothecary deck. What is the message today? You are more. Evolve into your complexity and inner truth. With the numbers 30, number 3, and number 7. We also have action leads to success and better than you can imagine. At the bottom of the deck, we have nourishment while waiting. So there might be some of you out there who is struggling right now with their sense of self, and perhaps their ability to manifest. Oh, we also have the number 1 and the number 39 here. And it's like while you are on the precipice of entering something new, you're feeling some doubt about whether or not you're going to be able to accomplish what it is that you are doing and able to find success through this path that you are taking. And so Spirit wants to remind you that there's something very like fundamentally valuable and important with the inner truth card about what it is that your intuition is leading you to do. Your intuition is driving you down a very specific path that is meant for you. And so you need to allow yourself to evolve during this time. And evolving means letting go of past versions of yourself so that you can become who it is that you're meant to be, who you're destined to be. Spirit wants to remind you that you are more. You are more than who it is you think you are based on who you have been. You are more than your perception of what you would consider truth based on experiences from the past. This inner truth is an unshakable sense of self that you're being guided to evolve into. And so you have to remember that the limitations that you experienced in your past, maybe the perceived sense of failures that you have perceived and experienced in your past, does not equate to what you're capable of and what you are worthy of. Every small step you take, every small act that plants the seed and waters the garden of the future you want to create, is going to bring you closer and closer and closer to success. And Spirit wants to tell you affirmatively that it's going to be better than you can even imagine. I'm also getting the number 40 here, or the number 4, because we have 7, 3, and 30. And then we have 1 and 39. 1 plus 39 equals 40. 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 30 is 40. So there might be something about the number 40 that is very important to you, or has significance or value to you. It could also indicate something like 40 days. I'm not Christian, but was Jesus in the desert? Was Jesus or Buddha in the desert for like 40 days and 40 nights? I could be wrong. If you know, please comment below and let me know if there is something about 40 days and 40 nights in religion and religious texts. But this success comes through the work that you are going to put into yourself. Yes, the universe is supporting you, but how are you going to support the universe? You have to speak your success into fruition. You have to believe, really believe within your heart, within your sense of self, that you are more, you're worthy of more, you deserve more. And that can bring up some challenging feelings. A lot of times those challenging feelings have to do with all the ways in our past where we didn't allow ourselves to expand the way that we deserved, or all the times in the past where we've kept ourselves small or did not believe in ourselves. This evolution of tapping into your inner truth and grounding yourself in this confidence, this humble confidence that you are more, are all part of the actions that will lead to this success that is going to turn out better than you can even imagine. It's such a beautiful way to start this reading. what is this inner truth? Tell me more about this inner truth that the collective needs to tap into. The number 7 is a very divine energy. So it is about this inner truth that is aligned with your highest self and with like your spirit guides and God in whatever form that takes for you. Ten of Wands and 5 of Cups and the Fool. Amazing. Amazing. So this 10 of Wands is this burden that you're carrying, this unnecessary burden that you're carrying. And these unnecessary burdens are all these like narratives from the past that have kept you confined into a box of who it is that you think you are. So I'm hearing for some of you, it's like maybe you grew up going into the school system, and because your mind is very beautiful and unique and operates on its own level of wisdom and intelligence, that maybe you didn't fit into the school system. And so you were taught by the people there that you're not smart or you're not smart enough. You know, these are the burdens that we carry that we need to release during this time, because each individual being is multifaceted and incredibly complex. And in this example, just because you didn't learn the way that the system was set up for you to learn does not mean that you're not intelligent and you're not smart. You might just have different ways of absorbing information. So this heavy burden with the 10 of Wands is something that we have to really look into. You have to look into it rather than trying to escape it, because the more you try to escape it, the more you are repressing the feelings. The more you repress it, the less you are able to access it in order to heal it. You have to tap into how it feels in your body, uncover all the different layers of tension and grief and sadness and disappointment that this has created in you, so that you can get into the core truth of who it is that you are versus who it is that people have led you to believe you are. If you're not shedding those layers of falsehood, they're going to still have a hold over you, and they're going to come up in very sneaky, subliminal, subconscious ways. And then we have the Fool here as well. So this is talking about a fresh new beginning. This is talking about a leap of faith, trusting that the universe is supporting you and allowing yourself to fully let go and surrender. I'm also seeing here in the card this 3 people in each card. It's like with each phase, they are shedding more and more layers. So with the 10 of Wands, it's like they have all this clothing on. And then with the 5 of Cups, some of it has come off, but it still feels really heavy. You know, there's like a weight in her heart. And then with the Fool card, it's like open, free, flowing, just kind of like this youthful vitality. The more that you do this work, the lighter that you will feel. And the lighter that you feel, the more able you can readily access the energy of source, of the divine, of your spirit guides, your higher self, that which guides you towards your success. Now, success can mean many different things to many different people. Success can mean financial success. It can mean success in relationships, family success, or just a sense of self. The success of like you knowing that you have stepped into a version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. What else can I share with the collective today? The Sun and the Seven of Swords. It's kind of an interesting pairing. Can you tell me more? The Sun and Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. So what I'm hearing is that you have to actively delude yourself. The word delude is coming up very strongly. You have to actively delude yourself into being the person that you know you already are. Which means you have to flip the script on its head. You have to say things to yourself that perhaps a part of you feels like it's not true. So, okay, like my earlier example of, going through the school system and stuff. This idea that you are dumb or you're stupid or you're just not good at learning. Like this is like an iron core truth in your being. And there's so many things in the world that will confirm that belief for you. Number one, because you're believing it, so there's confirmation bias. But number two, it's like the system is very pervasive in our society. So when you're comparing yourself to other people, comparing yourself to other people's version of success and thinking like, oh, they only got that because they have a college degree and I am not smart like that, so therefore I can't succeed. You now have to absolutely delude yourself into a new level of psychosis. You have to delude yourself into thinking, I'm absolutely brilliant. I am the smartest person that I know. I can learn everything easily and joyfully and quickly, and I am so good at absorbing information. And it's going to feel like you're lying to yourself because throughout your life you have believed only one version of the truth. Throughout your life there's only been one validation for one story. And right now, in order to access this sun energy, this feeling of openness, liberation, joy, expansion, wonder, success, this sun card is talking about an incredible sense of self. Like Leo is represented by the sun. It's self-mastery, self-confidence, self, whatever that means for you. And the way to shift yourself into this reality is by telling yourself a whole new story. And this new story may feel like deceitful at first, Another example I'm hearing is like if you have grown up thinking that you were unattractive because of social media or magazines or just the people around you or, anything like that. You may have grown up thinking like, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not thick enough, I'm, whatever. Like we all have these stories about ourselves and our physical being and a bit of body dysmorphia. You now have to tell yourself, I'm the most beautiful person in the room. I am so attractive. I am so magnetic. People are always, wanting to get to know me. And this is rewiring your brain into this evolution of this complexity that you are, rewiring what your inner truth is, because you are more than what you have been taught to believe that you are. And it's the result with the Fool and the Sun. Look at how open these two energies are. The end result is going to be so much better than you can even imagine. It's going to like blow your belief of what is possible right out of the water. One more shuffle. I was thinking about moving on, but I'm getting the message to just do one more shuffle. What else wants to come through for the collective? What other message wants to come through right now? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, slow and steady. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Knight of Pentacle cards, it's slow and steady wins the race. This is someone who is not in a rush. This is someone who's not impatient to get what it is that they want. They know that with every little seed that they plant, that is going to sprout new growth, new abundance, new success. They know that things take the time that it takes, and they're not in a rush to like make something happen yesterday. They know that the best things come from the time that it takes. Or it's like the longer it takes, the better the result. It's like a crock pot. It takes hours and hours and hours to cook something, but my goodness, how like rich and delicious and just like nourishing that end result is, and how much healthier it is for you that it cooked on low heat for a very long amount of time versus like flash frying. And I'm not knocking fried foods. Fried foods is delicious. But when it comes to what is going to sustain your health, what is going to nourish your being, what is going to have the best results in the long run, it's slow cooking under low heat. And that's what this Knight of Pentacles is reminding you of. Don't try to rush what it is that you want to accomplish. Don't try to push so hard in one direction that you end up feeling very defeated when it's not happening as quickly as you would like. Good things take time, so let it take that time. Let it germinate, let it marinate, let it slow cook. Yeah, okay. We're gonna grab a Hedge Witch's Field Guide Oracle to close this reading off. Ooh. Fool is really moving. What message can I leave this beautiful listener with? Oh my gosh, we got growth. Cannot make this up. I love it. I love this card for you right now because this is exactly the confirmation that we need for this reading. Growth, which is being represented by the fern. having a drink of water real quick. Let me see if I can, there we go, that will like get more of the cards in here. Let's see what the guidebook has to say. It was a beautiful artwork. All right, Fern. So the guidebook says for Fern, Fern finds a way to grow no matter what conditions they face, inspiring the oracle property growth. It's not always easy. Sometimes we would like to remain with what is safe and known, but stagnation does not tend to lead to happiness and success. How can you push yourself? What opportunities do you have to seek personal growth? What adversity are you facing that could lead to new paths and ways of thinking? This oracle property is much like the death card in a tarot deck. Though it often gives people a fright, its message is very much about the kind of change that leads to growth. That is actually so beautiful and perfect, a perfect message to conclude this reading. And even here, I'm seeing this like womb. So there's something gestating. There's a seed that's being planted that's going to sprout and grow. But remember that things take the time that they take. It's small and steady progress and perseverance and shifting your mentality and the way you think about a situation, the way you think about yourself, your narrative towards yourself, finding a more balanced, more supportive inner truth so that your complexity can shine through, because you are meant for so much and it's going to turn out better than you can even imagine. Thank you so much for being a co-creator of this beautiful, uplifting message today. If you enjoyed this reading, remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.